Alright, let's take a look at a couple examples here. An object moves along a number line so that the distance away from the origin in meters at t seconds is s of t equals t cubed minus 6t squared plus 9t plus 1. We want to find the velocity at time t. So we want a general velocity formula. Remember that the velocity is equal to the derivative of the position. So our velocity is the derivative of this. We get 3t squared minus 12t plus 9. Number 2 asks us to find the acceleration. So acceleration is the second derivative of position, or the derivative of velocity. So acceleration, we take the derivative of this function here. We have 6t minus 12. In number 3 it says as the object moves to the right, it's moving in the positive direction. When is the object moving to the right? So remember, velocity takes into account the direction. So when velocity is positive, it's going to be moving to the right. When velocity is negative, it's going to be moving to the left. So basically what this question is asking us is, when is the velocity greater than 0? Right? When is the velocity going to be greater than 0? So let's take a look at our velocity. We want to know first, when is it 0? In order to find out when it's positive or negative, we have to find when it's 0. So 0 equals 3t squared minus 12t plus 9. We can factor a 3 out of each one of those terms to make it a little bit easier to factor the inside. And if we factor this, we get t minus 3 times t minus 1. So the only two times when the object is stopped, when velocity is 0, remember, velocity 0 means it's not moving, would be t equals 1 and t equals 3. Now, some of you did this on the test. T equals 0 is not an answer here. There's no t out in front with this 3. That cannot be equal to 0. A lot of you did that. Make sure you don't do that from now on. So we have two different critical values, basically, for our position function. T equals 1 and t equals 3. So we're looking at the number line for our velocity. Velocity is 0 at those points. So now, let's take a look and see what happens in between those and on either side. If we were to put 0 in to velocity, I'm going to look at the factored form down here. If we put 0 in, we're going to get a positive 3 times a negative times a negative. So positive, that's always going to be positive, times negative, that's going to give us a positive value. Then, from 1 to 3, if we put 2 in here, this is still going to be positive. The t minus 3, 2 minus 3, that's going to be negative. 2 minus 1, that's going to be positive. So we get negative values in here. And if we put 4 in to our derivative, then we're going to have positive times a positive times a positive, so this is going to be positive. So when is velocity greater than 0? When is it moving to the right? That's going to be on the intervals from negative infinity to 1 and from 3 to infinity.